How did a drill press change the course of snacking history?
Find out next on Junk Feud.
Oh, yeah, welcome to Junk Feud, the podcast about junk food, where we rate and review mystery treats to determine which one will be the undisputed champion of snacks. I'm your host, Mike. Alongside me, as always, Alyssa.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Liz.
So, why did the cookie go to the doctor?
Why did the cookie go to the doctor? I don't know.
Because it was feeling crummy.
Oh, boy.
And that's a dad joke from our friend Adelia.
Yeah, that one was sent in by friend of the show, Adelia, who's live in studio with us today and is giggling right now because she thinks that's really funny. That was a dad joke, a joke you tell to your dad. If you'd like to submit a dad joke for Alyssa to tell me on the show, you can send it in to us via Twitter at JunkFeudPod or via email to junkfeudpod@gmail.com. Welcome back once again to the world's yeetest podcast.
Hitting them with the Riz each and every week.
Liz, what's up?
It's road trip season.
Yeah, road trip. Hop in the snackmobile. Hit the road with us. To the snackmobile. How was that?
Fantastic.
You have no idea what that is, do you?
No.
It's from Batman, the 1966 version of the television show starring Adam West and Burt Ward. A very nostalgic show, Alyssa.
Okay.
Yeah, and today's episode is all about nostalgia, isn't it? A lot of people have nostalgia for road trips, don't they, Liz?
Yes.
And if you think about it, lots of us have fond memories of hopping in the car with our families, heading out onto the open road in search of adventure, don't you think?
Yeah.
I remember this very distinctly. When I was a kid, we took a family vacation to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, obviously.
Yeah.
Grandma and Grandpa did not tell us what we were doing or where we were going. We just got up one morning, we hopped in the old Volvo station wagon, and we went. And the core memory that I have of this is that we turned down Browning Road in Merchantville, New Jersey, where we used to live. And then we turned left onto Route 130. And I think it was like right at that point where they told us where we were going and what was going on and that we were going on vacation. We were going to drive to Florida, go to Disney World. And so it was imprinted on me from that moment on. Every time we took that left turn onto Route 130 in the future, I thought we were going to Disney World. And I would always ask Grandma, are we going to Disney World? And I get like flooded with all these feelings of just pure joy and bliss, thinking maybe, just maybe, we were going to go back. So, Liz.
What?
What's your favorite road trip you've gone on? The clock is ticking, Alyssa. Millions of lives are at stake.
Good. Probably the one where we went to South Carolina.
South Carolina. That was a good road trip. That was, that was fun. We were in a caravan with a couple other families. We got up real early, like, 3:30 in the morning, 3 or 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
Met at the police station in town. The police were very confused about why we were there.
And then we just started going.
And then hit the road. Stopped at a Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast along the way.
There were some cranky old Karens.
Cranky old ladies.
Oh my God, I remember they were wearing these like cargo shorts and there were like holes down the sides of the waistband. And then they were wearing like a bra and it was pink and they had these Velcro straps. And me and Christian were laughing our butts off. Yeah,
that was super gross. I think that was somewhere in Virginia, right around Fort Belvoir, if I recall correctly. Liz, I think
and
probably...
they had the black emo Karen cut.
Yeah, they definitely did. They had the Bailey haircut, didn't they?
Yes.
I think possibly those ladies might have had a better disposition if they had had some of what we're going to have today, Liz. And that reminds me of this week's snack. Up next on Junk Feud, it's... Combos. You don't sound super enthused about that. Adelia's giggling again because she just confided in me before we started recording the show that these are like her favorite snack. And not only that, but she and her dad always pick these up from a gas station when they go on a road trip. How about that?
Wow.
Unprompted. I didn't even tell her we were doing road trip stuff today.
Okay, go, Dad.
Oh, you just want to get this over with?
Yes.
Alyssa has boo-boo face again. Liz, what's a combo?
The ultimate stuffed snack.
Yeah, well, that's what
and that's it. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. That's what their ad copy says, doesn't it?
Yes.
What does Wikipedia say a combo is?
It's a cylindrical.
No, that was all the right letters. I don't know if that's how a human person would say that word.
Cylindrical?
Very good.
Tube of a cracker, pretzel, or tortilla stuffed with various fillings.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Liz, but I love it when my food is described using geometric terms without any allusion to the flavor or anything like that at all. A cylindrical tube. Are you excited to eat some cylindrical tubes?
No.
No, me neither. That's a bit of a spoiler there. Liz.
We should got the buffalo ones.
Oh, they were the worst.
Really?
Yeah, we had, okay, spoiler alert for later. We do not have buffalo blue cheese combos to try today.
I don't even remember having those. All I remember was they were in our cabinet.
Well, they were in the cabinet for a long time because I ate like 3 of them and then realized how revolting they were. They were like super funky, but not in the good funky blue cheese way. They just kind of tasted like hot dirt, if I recall correctly.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunate. Liz, unlike some of the recent...
Do all of these taste that bad?
No. Not at all. Well, maybe. We're going to find out, aren't we?
Yes.
Liz, I started to say, unlike some of the recent snacks that we've featured on this very show, Combos does not identify an individual inventor on their webpage. It just says, in the 1970s, combos were invented. But, Liz, with the help of one of our favorites, Claire Saffitz.
Who's that?
Formerly of Gourmet Makes.
Never mind. Yes, my beautiful favorite.
Yeah, Claire. We love Claire. I was able to dig up some dirt.
Claire. You must stop.
Liz, believe it or not, combos are made using a patented process.
Like what?
Well, I'll tell you. In 1978, Richard and Walter Nelson, working on behalf of Mars Incorporated, yes, the candy bar company, filed for U.S. Patent 4162333 Alpha for a method and apparatus for making a filled food product. Do you want to hear the abstract from the patent?
Do I have an option?
You don't. Here it goes. An apparatus and method for making a filled tubular food product in which tubular dough pieces are extruded onto a supporting die member which maintains the internal diameter of the cavity in each dough piece fixed during raising and baking, after which said cavity is filled and another relatively softer food product is inserted. What does all that mean, Liz?
It means that 2 guys in Battle Creek, Michigan in the late 1970s found a way to drill holes and extrude pretzel dough and then filled it with nacho cheese.
Yeah, and then they sold that invention to Mars. The first prototypes, List they made by baking pretzels, putting the pretzels on a drill press, and then shooting nacho cheese into the middle of the hollowed out pretzels. Talk about ingenuity.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course, big shout out to Claire for making these on her old YouTube show Gourmet Makes, now of Dessert Person on YouTube, Claire. But she located that patent for us.
Yes.
Liz, what else was going on in 1978?
The first GPS satellite is launched?
Yeah, GPS, all the way back in 1978, thanks to the United States Department of Defense, as a matter of fact.
Good job, guys.
That's right.
Dallas debuts on CBS.
Do you know what Dallas is, Liz?
No idea.
Dallas was a big deal. It was a primetime soap opera, essentially.
I know the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, well, this was a show about a family, the Ewings in Dallas.
Oh my God, remember the soap opera joke I tried to make and didn't understand it?
Yeah, you definitely had no idea what that meant. Liz, 1978, Al Unser wins the Indy 500. The first Garfield comic strip is published. The Camp David Accords between Egypt and Israel are signed. That was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Another signing, President Jimmy Carter signing a bill into law allowing home brewing of beer in the United States.
Yes.
Apparently, prior to 1978, it was illegal to make your own beer at home. Who knew?
Wow. I would say the next one, but I don't know how to pronounce that.
The Lufthansa heist takes place at JFK Airport. This was dramatized in, Goodfellas, probably?
Yes. And Superman, the movie, is released to theaters.
You will believe a man can fly. That's right.
ETC. Period.
That means etc.
I know. We go over this every time.
Also,
Pro wrestler CM Punk is born, and a drummer Keith Moon dies.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to a real one.
R.I.P. to a real one, Keith Moon, the inspiration for Animal the Muppet.
Yeah.
And of course, our boy CM Punk comes onto the scene in 1978. So, Liz, here's the deal. Pretzel combos come first, obviously. Invented in Michigan, sold to Mars. They moved the production to Georgia, and then they hit the market on shelves 1980. And guess what? They have names for the pretzel pieces. Can you believe this?
What?
A filled pretzel, a pretzel stuffed with cheese, is called a schatzel.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, empty pretzel shell is called a nutzel. So schatzels and nutzels. Why? Why is this?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just a silly name. Here's the thing. They didn't just stay pretzels for too long. A couple years later, 1982, they figured out how to make hollow tortilla shells and fill those with nacho cheese. These were called cornquistos.
Cornquisto.
So these guys really good at making silly names up. And then, of course, 1985, the outer shell becomes a cracker, which I think on its own, Alyssa, not as good as the pretzel shell. Pretzels have a lot more going on than a plain bland cracker, but it is potentially more versatile with other flavor combinations, don't you think?
Do these taste like pizza rolls?
Do they taste like pizza rolls? Well, we're going to find out. You've had pizza rolls before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what pizza rolls taste like.
I wish the sauce was like better though.
Yeah, the sauce in pizza. Well, overall, pizza rolls not good, but terribly addictive, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right.
Funny thing, I saw a tweet the other day and it said, "This is what it's like to have a teenager. My son just ate a bag of 50 pizza rolls and asked me what's for dinner."
Yeah, they don't really fill you.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that from you and your brother at some point.
I'm not gonna eat a whole bag.
No, well, I mean, maybe, I wonder if we could do that as a challenge on the show. Oh, yeah, we can do Truth or Dare, and I can dare you to make an entire bag of pizza rolls and eat it.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, you know what we are going to do?
What?
We're going to talk about combos and road trips. Adelia brought this up earlier. I saw, Alyssa, from a website called snackhistory.net or .com, something like that, that 75% of all combo sales come from gas stations. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, well, it's not true, of course. It turns out that was a fake statistic made up courtesy of internet food godfather, our boy, J. Kenji Lopez Alt. He made a joke about combos being 75% of their sales coming from gas stations on one of his columns about tasting all the different types of combos, and then somebody picked it up as actual fact. But I would have to say, probably most people that are buying combos are buying them at gas stations or convenience stores. I got ours today at a Walgreens, Alyssa.
Really?
Yeah, I bought some baseball cards too.
You were at Walgreens?
I was at Walgreens last night.
I forgot to ask for my hair ties.
Oh, our neighbors were there. Shout out to Jeremy and Ella.
I have to go get more hair ties.
You have to go get more hair ties.
From Walgreens.
You only get them at Walgreens?
Yeah, because they're the like clear little elastic ones.
Oh, yeah. The ones that I find like in the drain of the shower all the time. Lovely.
Yeah, those ones.
Liz, taquitos.net says there have been 18.
I love taquitos.net.
I do too.
They're
That's
my
so
favorite.
fun to say.
Taquito.net.
They say there have been 18 different flavors, 18 different varieties of combos. There are 6 standard flavors.
Let me say them.
Yeah, these are the ones that are always available. Go ahead.
Cheddar cheese pretzel, pizzeria pretzel, pepperona pizza cracker, cheddar cheese cracker, buffalo blue cheese pretzel,
thumbs down to those,
and nacho cheese pretzel.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of other flavors that come and go. This one would have been interesting. It's discontinued now, but mustard pretzel, Alyssa.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like mustard, so you probably wouldn't eat that. But
No.
I mean, you put mustard on soft pretzels. Not you, but most people. So
Yeah.
mustard pretzel, an interesting combination. What's this other one here?
Cheeseburger cracker.
Cheeseburger cracker. I would say my history and experience with cheeseburger flavored snacks that are not actually cheeseburgers is very low quality. Not my favorite thing of all time.
Yeah.
Liz, there was once a peanut butter pretzel flavor combo. I remember that being really good, actually.
Are those like the ones we get from Costco?
Yeah, like the little peanut butter filled pretzel bites like we get from Costco or Trader Joe's. Those,
Yes.
yeah, those are really good. They've since been discontinued. And Liz, in fact, this has upset some people so much, there is a change.org petition to bring them back. It has 137 supporters.
That's it?
Yeah, that's probably not enough, is it?
Probably not.
No, we are going to talk right now, Alyssa, about, however, the forbidden fruit of the local convenience store. I'm talking about, of course, the pizzeria pretzel combo, or what we just call pizza combos.
Why the forbidden fruit?
Because, Liz, of all the combos flavors, I think this one is the most iconic. And indeed, Mash.com tried them all, says this is the best combo flavor. Now, when you're looking at putting a pizza flavor into a snack, it's a little bit challenging because pizza is an interesting combination of flavors and textures that's hard to repeat. A pizza roll, like we were talking about earlier, gets kind of close to that. How do you put pizza flavor in a soft filling inside of a hollowed out pretzel, Liz?
I don't know.
Have you ever had pretzel crust pizza?
No, I've had cheesy stuffed.
Yeah, cheesy stuffed pizza crust is good. Pretzel crust pizza is something that Little Caesars does, and it's not great. It is super, super salty, as you can imagine.
Chase would love that.
He probably would, you're
God,
right.
he would actually love that.
Yeah, those are two of his favorite things, salty pretzels and pizza. So, Liz,
He bites all the salt. Oh, we already talked about this, but
We
it's
did.
gross.
it's definitely gross. It's probably not good for him either. We were talking, Alyssa, about the 2 different types of pizza-flavored combos. There's pizza pretzel, of course, and then there's the pepperoni cracker.
I want to try that one.
I would like to try it too, but I couldn't find any at the store. I think probably most people will have the fondest memories of the pizza pretzel. I remember, of course, this snack being like a huge deal when I was a kid. It was like this mythical creature.
Good mythical morning.
That's right. I was certainly not allowed to have any of these. This is not a thing that was good for me. Grandma definitely did not allow us to buy pizza combos. They were also kind of expensive, relatively speaking, for snacks, and they were generally only available at places like convenience stores and gas stations, which is a place that we didn't really shop very much. Grandma, not big on impulse purchase, and that's definitely what these are.
Me and Mom go to Wawa like every day.
Yeah, well, you and Mom are like the target market, I would say, for things like combos. Although your mother did bring some Wawa snacks back for us later that, spoiler alert, we're going to try later on the show.
Wait, let me tell you something.
Okay, please.
This is about like the January.
Uh-huh.
And so I was at Grammy's a while ago, like not too long ago, but last time I was there. And Bella was there, and we were playing.
Shout out to Bella.
We were playing bull crap, but I can't say the word.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah, the card game.
Yeah. So then Gio had put
shout out to Gio.
Like too many, or maybe it was Uno, and he put like too many cards in her pile.
Yeah.
And Bella yelled at him. He goes, she said, "Hey, I don't want that, John. Take that back."
There you go. Bella can be a special guest next January. She already knows the lingo.
Yeah.
Liz, the people in my town that knew the lingo were the ones that knew to ask for pizza combos. And it's kind of funny, like, when I look back on it, it seemed like only the bad kids in town were the ones that were wandering around with bags of pizza combos, which is kind of funny now when I look back on it. Like, there was some weird, exclusive mystique to these things, like they were slightly dangerous. And I think, Alyssa, now it's time for us to talk about combos and the lore of nostalgia. You want to talk about that for a minute?
I thought we already did.
Well, we did a little bit. I mean, we just said that this is, when we talk about road trips, we're generally talking about remembering good times in the past. And that's kind of what we get into with these. It's partly due to these circumstances. I've got a little bit of nostalgia for pizza combos, even though they're a snack that I never really ate and honestly don't really like that much, all things considered. But the nostalgia here, Adelia is angry at me for saying that I don't really like them that much. The nostalgia here, Alyssa, of course, more a longing for a sense of time and place, not necessarily for the snack itself. It's more of a desire for the circumstances around the snack. Do you know what nostalgia is, Liz? I mean, we talk about it all the time on the show, but definitionally, do you know what it is?
It is a sentimentally for the past.
A sentimentality for the past.
Specifically happy times in the past.
Yeah, the key to understanding nostalgia, of course, is in the etymology, the word history list.
That sounds like edamame.
It does sound like edamame. I would love some edamame right now.
Me too,
Big shout out to edamame. What's up, soybeans? Alyssa.
Yes.
Nostalgia, combination of two Greek terms, nostos, which means a homecoming, like going home, going back home, and algos.
I want to say that.
Go ahead, say it.
And algos.
What does algos mean?
A meaning of sorrow or despair.
Yeah, isn't that weird that you would have a word that means a sentimentality for the past, and it's made up of the roots for going back home, like revisiting your past, but then also being sad about that. So it's like a painful longing for the idea of going home again. And the reason it can be dangerous, Liz, in fact, nostalgia used to be considered a debilitating medical condition.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, like it was an extreme form of homesickness, but it was the type that could never be cured because unlike homesickness, you couldn't fix it because you can't actually go home again. You can go back to the places you've been, but they'll never be in that time and place and way that you remember it. So in this way, it works kind of like a deception, Alyssa. And that's kind
really
of
scary.
Isn't it weird? Doesn't that make you feel awful?
Yes.
I'm sorry about that, but that's kind of the way that I feel with pizza combos. Like I have a longing for the time and place in which they were relevant in my life, but at the same time, I know they're not actually any good, which is kind of a bummer. So here's the thing.
She said side eye.
Oh,
bombastic side eye.
Adelia is side-eyeing me from the couch.
Criminal offensive.
Side eye.
Good job, Dad.
Thank you. See, I know things. Les, in recent years, nostalgia has been sort of recontextualized as a comfort. And indeed, you can see this amplified quite a bit in popular culture. Ready Player One, Alyssa, one of the most popular novels of the past, decade and a half. Stranger Things, one of the most popular television shows, maybe of all time, depending on how Netflix counts.
Dad, that was actually so 4 weeks ago.
Stranger Things was 4 weeks ago?
Well, 4 weeks ago from
this. It was last summer, wasn't it? Yeah, but.
Huh?
When do you think the last season of Stranger Things came
out?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an entire year ago. Uh, wow. So you are definitely living in the past. Alyssa, most movies now, sequels or reboots. Did I say reboots? Like to boat?
Reboats.
To boat again, to go out on the ocean.
Do we
Reboots.
need to go back to Google Translate and learn some more words, Dad?
Yeah, maybe. Vintage arcades, Alyssa, popping up all over the place. We love these, of course. Shout out to Yestercades.
Oh, yeah.
Those are fun to go to.
Yesterdays is really fun.
Liz, even Topps baseball cards. We were talking about picking up some baseball cards at Walgreens. Releases a few sets each year where they recycle the older designs from years past. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Heritage, for example, and archives. It's not just an idea now, it's an entire industry. And there is a danger in being captured by this completely and resigning oneself to living in the past. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Not good.
Yeah, probably not great, right?
Yes.
So, Liz, we know on our show, nostalgia is a big component of Junk Feud because we're mostly trying snacks that people have some memory of or attachment to based on eating them when they were kids. So,
except for slime lickers.
yeah, slime lickers, definitely not. Well, that's a good segue, Bud, because here's what we do. We try to mix older and newer snacks together when we can. And indeed, some of the most popular shows we've ever done, based on our metrics, are viral TikTok snacks from just the past few years, even stuff from this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so generally, we rate things better if we have some personal history with them, like if they played a part in the formation of us as people.
Well,
and
I'm only 12 years old, so
yeah, that's the thing I was going
that
to
doesn't
say.
really help me.
That's true. It's a bit more acute for me, obviously, since I've been around longer, but
Like an acute angle.
very good, like an acute angle. What's the opposite of an acute angle?
Obtuse.
Obtuse, dear.
Obtuse.
Let's hit that Google Translate for you.
Hey.
Here's the thing. For most of these snacks lists, the ones that at least that I have memories of, you're having them for the first time. So you're actively creating the building blocks of nostalgia, not just for those treats, but for this show.
You know what's really weird?
What?
I know I've never had these, but it feels like I have.
The combos?
Yeah.
Pizza combos?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because you have.
I have.
Yeah.
The pizza ones?
Yeah. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we brought them up in like the first or second episode of this show. And then afterwards you said, what are those things? Pizza combos. And then I got a bag of them and we ate them.
We did?
We did. So you have had them before. And in fact, Liz, it's fascinating to me to think that at some point in the future, when you eat a combo, for example, you're going to think of Junk Feud.
Yes.
Yeah, it's possibly my favorite part of doing this show with you.
Okay.
Do you want me to say it?
Yes.
And now it's time, of course, for my favorite part of this show. Alyssa reads the ingredients.
Why are there so many ingredients?
Because
Dad? This is all fake food. Oh, not actual food.
Well, I mean, some of it's food. Go ahead. Let's
Flour.
hear what's in pizza combos, please.
Flour and cornstarch and milk.
Well, that's some of it. Yeah, go ahead. Start from the beginning, please.
Okay. So, wheat flour, palm oil, dairy products solid. Should I redo it?
Nope, keep going.
Maltodextrin, modified cornstarch, less than 2% of salt, tomato, powder, leavening, baking soda, sodium acid, pyrophosphate,
Very good.
Baker's and cheddar cheese blend,
Mm-hmm.
milk, cheese, culture, salt, enzymes, dextrose, soy lecithin, buttermilk, natural and artificial flavors, onion powder, spices, garlic powder, lactic acid, whey, citric acid, colors yellow 5 lake, yellow 6 lake, red 40 lake, blue 1 lake, whey protein concentrate, malic acid, sugar, disodium inosinate, disodium guanylate, wheat, soybeans, paprika extract.
Good job. That was a lot of ingredients in there. There are some actual food stuffs in there, Liz, and there are some things that give us that pizza flavor profile, aren't there?
Yes.
I mean, there's real cheese, onion powder, garlic powder. It says spices there. That's probably, I'm going to guess, oregano. We'll be able to pick that up. So,
Probably.
I am kind of excited to try these now that I think about it. So
Me
guess what?
too.
I mean,
What?
let's just get to the rules of the game, Liz.
Junk Feud is a culinary clash to see which trait will be crowned the undisputed champion of snacks. It is a king on the mountain style battle in which the reigning champ takes on a new challenger each week to see which snack reigns supreme.
And Alyssa, the reigning defending undisputed champion of snacks is
chocolate chip cookie dough.
still chocolate chip cookie dough. Liz, I'm bummed about Slim Jims.
Girl.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't justifiable to switch the title when we were so far apart in our ratings,
Yes.
but I think possibly it might be eligible for a chew over, Alyssa, at some point in the future. What do you think?
Maybe.
And speaking of chew overs, I feel, personally, Alyssa, a little bit of vindication this week because I watched a video on YouTube of two of the hosts of the Great American Bake Off, and they set up a tournament bracket to see which was the best American snack, and guess what won?
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah, Cool Ranch Doritos, which I thought was going to kneecap Oreos like straight out of the gate second week, and you said, nope, nacho cheese, and then it didn't even win.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the challenger. Today, we're trying combos, Alyssa. We have a few different varieties here, but of course the version I'm most interested in is the inimitable pizzeria pretzel or the pizza combo.
Yes.
Liz, for what it's worth,
I hope we can be more. We are 1,000 words. Every time someone says for what it's worth, that's exactly what I think of.
Oh, you know what I think of too? What's the and when anybody says first things first, I think of that stupid Iggy Azalea song where she's like, someone says first things first, and then in my head I go, I'm the realist.
First things first. I'm the realist.
Yeah. Like I said, for what it's worth, the Great American Bake Off hosts, they tried the pizza combo in the video in their bracket.
They said it was awful and they would never feed it to their dogs.
They said they would not even feed this to their dogs. They said it was not even food, which is kind of a bummer and does not portend well for the snack we have today. And of course, we have some other combos as well. I got everything that was on the shelf in the Walgreens.
We have nacho cheese pretzel, cheddar cheese cracker.
Yeah.
And then the pizza ones.
Yeah, and of course the pizza ones. So that means it's crunch time.
Crunch time.
We rate our snacks using a tier list from sprinkles to fun dip.
S to F.
So snacks can be graded A, B, C, D, or F, with the very best treats earning the elusive S tier ranking. The following contest is scheduled for one serving.
One serving.
And is for the undisputed championship of junk food.
I bring them
Liz, pizzeria combos. So this is the new bag. They changed the bag design a few years ago. They are helpfully color-coded. Pizzeria has the green stripe at the top of the bag, the word combos.
The pizza looks like bowling alley or like...
It looks like Costco pizza, doesn't it? It's like a big slice of extra cheese pizza with the sort of blistered browned... what would you say those are? Like the crests of the cheese.
Have you ever been to like a trampoline park with like food?
Yeah, sure.
So
that's what the pizza looks like.
That's exactly what the pizza looks like.
It looks like the Papa John's pizza that we would get delivered to the cafeteria in high school. Yeah.
Or kind of like Frank's.
Yeah, like Frank's pizza. That's right. So why don't you crack it open? What's it say on the front there? Made with real cheese? I mean, we already know that because we read the ingredients.
Filling made with real cheese.
Filling made with real cheese. So you got pretzels and cheese. These are two things that I like. And oh my God, why do you do that? You just shredded this bag. How do they smell?
Oh, they smell like pizza Pringles.
Okay, so they smell like pizza Pringles, which is the scent. Adelia, come on over.
Everyone has caught my food that I throw to them.
That was a good catch. And she is like blissful right now eating this pizza combo on the couch. It actually doesn't smell bad, Alyssa. It smells like fake pizza, but fake pizza is a good smell. There's that tomato powder scent. There's the sort of sharp. Yeah, go ahead. You can eat while I'm talking. There's the sharpness of the cheese. I didn't really pick up any odor from the pretzel, but you can tell there's garlic and oregano and onion powder in here. Yeah, individually
I did not
they smell.
Eat these on
they do
the
smell
show.
like no, not on the show. We ate them in the kitchen.
I do not remember that.
Okay, so initial impression. I don't know what those British people were on about. They're not bad.
Yeah. Wait, look, the middle. They say that's what the middle looks like.
Definitely doesn't look like that. It's a bit embellished, obviously, on the enlarged for texture photo on the front. And I mean, for the most part, these look good. There are little sections of char on the pretzel, indicating that these were actually baked at one point in time, like a real pretzel. Here's the thing, Liz. How do you eat a combo? There's a few different ways to eat these, just like with Oreos. I'm asking you, how do you eat them?
How?
Yeah.
I don't eat it.
You just crunch, right? That's probably the way the creators intended. You get the mixture of the shell and the filling. You just chew the whole thing up. Here's the other way. You can pop this thing in your mouth and try to chew around the shell. Try to remove it piece by piece. You got an empty one? Straight see-through right there. Yeah, when you try to get the pretzel off a piece at a time, you can actually taste the flavor of the baked pretzel, and it's not bad. It's a generic, if slightly undersalted, honestly, pretzel. But then inside, you just get the whole blast of that flavored cheese filling. It's a little bit difficult to do. Oh, you're doing it, yeah. But it's like, when you strip the outer gear off of a Reese's peanut butter cup, so you take all that chocolate off, and you're left with just the peanut butter inside. And of course, here's the other way you can do it. This usually doesn't work because the structural integrity of a combo is, not industrial grade. But if you're feeling bold, you can try to suck the filling right out of the shell entirely. It's not working. You do also run the risk of choking if you actually get it out, so that would be bad. I don't know. I can't do it. Adeli's going to give it a try, I think. It's like a straw made of a pretzel, but a very short straw, and there's cheese stuck in it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, not bad as far as road trip snacks go.
I can't get it out.
I couldn't do it either. If you've got just a bag of these sitting in your center console there, shout out to Dr. Jim in the center console. Yeah, this is a great flavor profile to have to just crunch away, to mindlessly munch on, Alyssa, while you're running up and down that road. It's got a good mix of flavors and textures. It's not good for you by any means, and it's not like gourmet, but it does hit all those notes of what I expect a pizza-flavored snack to taste like. So I'm pleasantly surprised by this. Let's try something else. Let's segue very easily into the next one because it's going to retain that same pretzel shell. This is baked pretzel nacho cheese flavor. This one indicated by the teal band at the top of the packaging here and little nacho cheese tortilla chips, it looks like, on it. So we're going to give Adelia the whole bag of pizza combos for her to
Wait, hold on.
nosh on while Alyssa's taking a few for the road here.
Those are so good.
Yeah, those are surprisingly good. I am very delighted with that.
I feel like I don't remember those being like good.
I mean, maybe all those bad kids back at home were right. They knew something we didn't. Okay, so here we've got baked pretzel
Smell it.
and nacho cheese. Oh, well, these don't smell very good.
Oh my god.
They don't smell quite like nacho cheese.
They smell like the mac and cheese powder.
They do kind of, right? They have that sort of raw cheese food smell to them. Yeah, individually they're a little funky. All right, so this is not very good. They taste a little bit off, honestly. Like
really
sort of like a funky dairy. The intent of the nacho cheese is to have a cheese that has a little bit more bite to it. Some more tang, some more spice maybe. I don't know if these are achieving that. The pretzel shell, still fine, obviously. And if you're eating these as just a bite of pretzel with something a little extra, I can imagine that maybe you'd be okay with that.
They kind of taste like smelly feet.
Yeah, they taste like smelly feet. That's a good way to put it. I think I'm looking at the ingredients here. There's a lot of stuff in here that could be contributing to that. Onion powder, tomato powder, buttermilk. So that's all the same things as in the pretzel pizza combos. Garlic powder, same again. Now we're adding white pepper, citric acid, cayenne pepper, cumin, Parmesan cheese, Romano cheese, paprika extract, vinegar. So there's a lot of stuff in here, but it's not, whatever the combination is, it's not hitting.
I'm not going to have any more.
I'm a little disappointed. You're not going to have any more of these. Let's try, sort of as a reset here.
Ew, what? Again?
No, these are different. These are cheddar cheese, so not nacho cheese. Nacho cheese had all that other stuff in it. This is just cheddar cheese inside the baked cracker shell. So I want to be able to compare and contrast the different types of cheeses and the different types of shells. And I'm looking at the...
This one's not made with real cheese.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. The nacho cheese one does not say made with real cheese, but this one does. And in fact, it does have Baker's and cheddar cheese blend in it again, but not all of those other flavorings. So this is probably going to be like a straight up cheese on crackers kind of thing. Like if you had hors d'oeuvres and you were serving cheese and crackers to some of your guests at your chateau. Yeah. Do you have a chateau, Alyssa?
No, I don't, actually, Father.
So these smell a little bit better. They smell like just cheddar cheese baked types of snacks. If you've ever made like, oh man, what were those things in the...
No, this smells more like mac and cheese when you make it.
Yeah, this smells like if you make macaroni and cheese, not just the raw powder.
This one looks more like the thing, how it said.
Yeah, they look more like the picture on the front.
How are they?
It's a little bit bland. The cracker doesn't have any of the burnishing or flavor of the pretzel. It's got some salt crystals on the outside, but they're not doing much. The cheddar cheese is very basic. It tastes like a lesser version of, the spreadable cheese in the handy snacks, those little packs that have cheese and crackers and the little red stick in there. It's like that processed cheddar cheese food that's very tangy and a little bit sweet.
These ones aren't bad.
They're not bad.
You know what they taste like? So it's like obviously like a cracker on the outside, but the inside is like those clumps of the cheese in the like microwave macaroni and cheese cups.
Yeah, like a processed cheddar flavored cheese food. This tastes a little bit like if you had a club cracker, and you put like pub cheese or port wine cheese on it, but not as refined, obviously. Not bad, but like super, super basic, I think. So, Liz, I mean, it's about that time. Let's hit the bliss point. What do you think? What are we doing here? We've got sugar, fat, and salt. These are very snackable.
Yeah. I like the pizza ones the best, though.
Yeah, I think the pizza ones are the best. They've got the most going on. Adelia is smiling. She's vindicated over there, nodding her head. She knows what's up.
Yeah.
I think probably the worst of all were the nacho cheese on the pretzel.
Yeah.
They were just not very good. I'll probably end up finishing the bag, but over a long period of time. I would say D+ for those. They're not doing it for me.
I'll give them a D.
D flat for you. I think the cheddar cheese cracker was a very basic snack, super baseline. So I'll say it's a C. It's an average snack. If we were judging other snacks against this, I would say, yeah, this is sort of right down the middle, top of your normal distribution. This is a basic snack.
I'll agree with you on that.
C. So C flat from both of us. And then I'm going to surprise myself here and say pizza combos A- from me. I didn't think I'd be able to go higher than a B initially.
I was going to say an A.
Alyssa's going to say A flat. Cordelia is nodding in agreement. She was a little bit upset with me when I said A-. You're now throwing snacks back and forth across the studio. So, Liz, you said A flat, I said A- for pizza combos, pizzeria baked pretzel combos. What do you think? Can they take down the champ, chocolate chip cookie dough?
No.
No. That was a quick no. I mean, you were pretty quick with that. Are you
They're
sure?
They're really good, but
I'm really
gonna
good.
stay with chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yeah, and it's funny to think that when we did the chocolate chip cookie dough show, one of those shops that sells edible cookie dough, the germ of that idea was invented when the owner was on a road trip with her friends. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe chocolate chip cookie dough is the king of the road trip. What do you think?
Maybe.
So I would agree with that, as I stutter quite a bit here, actually. But I will say your winner and still reigning defending undisputed champion of snacks, chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yeah.
Going strong.
Yeah.
Liz.
What?
We have the possibility of an Oreo roll right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to try some Cakesters?
Yeah.
Do you want to try some Cakester?
So, Dad.
Yeah.
My mom.
Your mom.
Took a mini road trip to pick up my brother.
Yeah.
From my grandma's house.
Uh-huh.
And she stopped at Wawa and brought us back some Oreo Cakesters.
Yeah, so the nice thing about your family, knowing that you do a podcast in which you eat Oreos all the time.
They buy us all so much food.
Yeah, if they see some Oreos, they will pick them up. And Mom picked up Oreo Cakesters, which I was holding off on. And there's 3 in the package, and there's 3 of us up here. So this is perfect. Do not throw that. We're going to do a handoff. Thank you very much. Oreo Cakesters look like if you took, Ho-Hos and flattened them out. So they are not Oreos as such, other than the fact that they look like them. It is a cakey Oreo cookie, like a little cake wafer with a very frosting adjacent, whipped cream adjacent.
Oh my God, these are so good. I can't twist them.
Yeah, so you can't twist it, but you can lick some of the cream off the outside. And this cream tastes just like the cream that's inside of like a Swiss cake roll or a Yodel or a Ho-Ho. It's not traditional Oreo cream.
Adelia said they're like a whoopie pie.
Yeah, they are. They're like little whoopie pies. Very good, Adelia. Yeah, that's the flavor profile. These are just small whoopie pies. Very, very astute there. Very observant. And yeah, they taste like those versions of snacks that you get from Drake's or Little Debbie that's a chocolate cake with some white filling in it. So I'll say these are good. They do not count as Oreos, though. This is outside of the realm of the Oreo rule. So even if we thought these were, S tier, best thing we've ever had, I would not feel comfortable putting these up against the champ as a run-in like this from the Oreo rule. But what do you say? How do you feel about these?
They're good, but not good enough.
Yeah. Nice snack, though.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be another thing I'd be happy to eat on a road trip.
Me too. These are real good.
A little bit messy. Anyway, Liz, it's time to ask a very important question as my mouth is stuffed full of Oreo Cakester.
Can you deep fry? No, you can't. Combos are baked, not fried.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't really work if they were battered and then fried.
Yeah, so that's a no for me, Doug. I couldn't find anybody online that had
deep fried
combos. I mean, I guess maybe if we wanted to try, we could batter and fry them, but I don't think this configuration with the crunchy pretzel or cookie, I wish, cracker around the outside, would lend itself well to deep frying. What do
Yeah.
you think?
Agreed.
Yeah, it's not going to work. So, in that sense, Alyssa, we should abandon that segment and check out the back of the box.
Yes.
It's a weekly segment where we play a little game. Alyssa, would you like to play a game?
I have no choice.
That's right. This week's segment, Alyssa, Snack to the Future.
On Snack to the Future, we imagine an alternate future, and then try to
Freudian slip there.
And then try to envision the types of snacks we might eat there. So let's imagine that our years.
No, I'm reading this to you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's imagine it's the year 2040. Ooh, the future. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. No, nothing?
No.
Okay. It's 17 years from now, so
I'll be like 30.
You'll be nearly 30 years old, Alyssa.
How old will you be, Dad?
29 again. So anyway, by now we're probably cruising around in a self-driving electric car, so road trips will be a little bit easier. Isn't that exciting?
I just did the math.
Yeah. What?
You're going to be an old man.
Well, according to you, I'm already an old man. Anyway, the self-driving electric car, a little bit cleaner, a little bit lower stress.
Yeah.
Probably by then we won't really have range anxiety in electric cars where we won't know how long the batteries can last and we'll have to stop for a few hours to swap them out or top them off or whatever. But given this situation, Liz, we're cruising around the country, low stress, clean living, very relaxed. Tell me, what kind of snacks are we eating on the way and what's our destination? Where are we going, Liz? What flavor profiles match up with this road trip that we're on?
Okay, so
where are we going?
17 years.
Yep.
There's gonna be a magical pathway.
Okay.
From California to Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a long way to drive.
So we're in California. Oh, don't worry. There's gas stations on the side.
We don't need gas. We've got an electric car. Let's just say it's solar powered because that's probably the only way that infrastructure would work. So
yeah. Okay.
We're going to drive from California to Hawaii.
Good thinking.
High five. Okay.
Okay. So on this thing.
Car.
Yeah.
Road trip.
So we start in California.
Yep.
We pick up a cup because, we need a cup for this amazing drinkity snackity drink.
Drinkity snackity drink. Got it.
So we're going to add some salt to a pineapple-based juice.
Okay, salty pineapple to start.
Just go with me.
I like this.
And we're going to add some watermelon.
Watermelon, sure. Also benefits from salt. Blueberries.
Gotta do some fruit, And then in the future, there's going to be a thing called snazzleberries.
Snazzleberries. I like these. I think we're going to need a snazzleberry t-shirt.
They're going to be bright green.
Alyssa, tell me, do the snazzleberries taste like snazzleberries?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Well, actually, the snazzleberries are holographic. They kind of look like a disco ball.
Holographic disco ball green snazzleberries.
And then obviously, snazzleberries grow on a bush. So there's a green little stem, whatever. But bushes in the future, they're purple. But they still grow the stems green. Don't worry.
Sure, got it.
So that is our drink. And then
this is
top it off with some snazzleberry base water with the pineapple base.
Okay, so this is a pineapple, watermelon, blueberry, snazzleberry, salted, blended drink.
You got to add some oregano in there.
Oregano?
Oregano. We changed the name.
It's oregano.
Yes.
The diminutive female form of the noun.
Yes.
I guess that would be oreganita.
Yeah.
So what do you call this drink, Liz?
You call it...
Before you name it, do you think maybe we could swap out the oregano for mint? I think mint might match better with
we'll do some mint.
Some of our fruits that we've got in there.
Let's see.
Okay, so what are we going to call this pineapple, watermelon, blueberry, snazzleberry, salted, blended drink?
Okay, so we're going to do a snazzle-reddle.
Snazoo-reddle?
Yes.
The snazoo-reddle.
Yes.
How much do these cost in the future? What's inflation looking like 17 years from now?
So gas prices are up to $9.
No gas, by the way. Or an electric
Sorry.
Solar powered as we cruise from California to Hawaii as the crow flies, since we're on just apparently a
magical Wizard of Oz path.
Wizard of Oz path.
We're hitting them in with the Riz. It's only 4 hours.
Well, in an airplane, it's about 2,471 miles, so it's very, very far. It would take us probably about 40
Oh, yeah. 41 hours, 39 minutes.
41 or so, 42 hours if we didn't stop at all.
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to because we have our
to.
infinitely solar-powered car. So on the 42-hour drive, we're going straight through and not sleeping because this car is self-driving. So
Oh, and your mood
lay
is
the seats
all
back
decided
flat.
by like an iPad.
And the iPad tells me what my mood is?
Yeah, and it will like wake you up. If you need to stay awake, it'll give you the energy in your blood cells.
In my blood cell. The iPad is connected to my body.
Yes.
Wirelessly. Adelia is mimicking
Like a shot.
an EpiPen injection in her thigh right now.
But it's not a shot.
So we're going to get a stim pack.
It's like always attached to you, like Ella's pump.
Yeah, does
an iPad.
Does the Snazoo Rettle do any of this for me? Or is it just a refreshing treat?
Okay, so it gives you 50% mood up.
50% mood up. So I'm a video game character now.
Yes, and 60% hygiene up.
Oh, and it improves my hygiene as well. I guess that's good if we're on a 42-hour car ride. I don't want to be stinking up that solar-powered car.
But all of these beautiful fresh fruits, they might now make you feel like great and energized, but in the future make you really tired. So you gotta make sure that you're entering in like 40 minutes before and making sure that you're like happy and awake for those.
So that's pretty nice. So I drink the Snazoo Rettle, I get 40 minutes of alertness, and then I pass right out and I sleep for the other 42 hours on the car ride to Hawaii.
Yeah.
What do we do when we get to Hawaii?
We make more Snazoo Rettle.
You have another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Do you think DJ Khaled would drink a Snazoo Rettle?
Yeah. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough.
You gonna sing the whole song?
And every time. Yes.
Great job. Liz, I think that was an excellent answer. That's way more than I was expecting from you, honestly. And in fact,
what were you expecting? Maybe like an apple.
Yeah, you'd be like, well, I don't know. Well,
an apple, some worms,
Doritos. Yeah. I wonder, in the future, do you think we will be finally rid of the apple with the worm inside?
No, never.
100-year-old cartoon of the apple with the worm inside?
Never.
No, all of our apples will be in excellent condition by then. And of course, this podcast should reach you in excellent condition, satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. If you've got a question for us, you can write to the address on the label. That's junkfoodpod@gmail.com. Alyssa, any final thoughts?
Snazoo Rettle.
Snazoo Rettle.
Yes.
This podcast has contained your recommended daily allowance of Snazoo Rettle. No, of fun.
Fun.
For more, go to Twitter, Instagram, or wherever you choose to be social. Find us at Junk Feud Pod. Watch fun-size reviews on YouTube. Buy our merch on TeePublic. And don't forget to catch all the snaction each and every week wherever you listen to podcasts. Until we see you again, for Alyssa, I'm Mike.
Pasta lasagna.
Don't get any on ya.
Bye. Hit him with the Riz. Kablamo.